a group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribelite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late-night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Rejekt PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions to the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your Zookeeper tonight, Rejekt.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am TheLuckyPoptart, Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep, Tock.
I'm Prospero.
And I'm Delahazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions, and special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Let's be xenophobic, it's really in this year. Let's find a nasty, slimy, ugly alien to fear. There's no more cutesy stories about E.T. phoning home. Let's learn to love our neighbors like the Christians learned in Rome. We know we ought to hate them, they're different, you see. We've seen they're mean and ugly on movies and TV. The folks that ought to know have told us how it's got to be. The gospel truth is found in scenes from Alien and V. Let's wipe out any life form that seems to be a threat. We'll serve them up a genocide they never will forget. 'Cause if we miss a couple, they'll breed a couple more. And soon we'll all be hating twice as many as before. You see, aliens can never be as good as humankind. A more delightful race than us you'll never ever find. So step aside, you star slime, we're ready for your worst. We know you want to beat us, enslave us and defeat us, oppress us and browbeat us unless we get you first.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the zoo. I'm your Zookeeper for tonight, Inquisitor. And minions joining me are Adam, who might be muted. Can't hear him.
Wait, what? Wait, who?
Adam. And Eeyore.
Good evening.
And traveling exhibit Richatart.
Hello.
I think it's the first time I've ever had you on a stream, Rich.
It's the first time I've ever been on the stream.
Oh, hey, well, good to have you on. Glad you chose Monday for your first time for your cherry stream. How is everyone this evening?
I'm pretty Gucci right now.
No, that's good. That's good.
Just trying out some new games.
Yeah, you were saying you were playing Mordhau earlier, right?
Yep.
That's cool.
I'm gonna be hungry for the next 5 freaking days.
I just got destroyed. Cool. I love being in pieces. My favorite pastime.
So, like, Eeyore, you were saying before you were having PayPal trouble. Is it because like they're not gonna give it, put it in your bank, or?
They're gonna take 5 freaking days to process.
Is there other ways that you can get the money? We can shill your, stuff if people want to help.
Whoa.
It'll probably be the same delay.
How's it going, Adam?
Yeah, I figured it out. Wait, what are we shilling?
Eeyore he said he's going to be going hungry for 5 days because PayPal is fucking him over for transaction speed.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind visiting Hungary for 5 days.
Fuck.
I knew this. Oh, there was 2 sisters. They were Hungarian. My goodness. Yes. Wait, so what's your... Did I miss... I might still have audio. Did I mishear that?
You're coming through fine. We just, you might have had your mic muted or something. We couldn't hear you.
Oh. Wait, so we're not talking about nice-looking Hungarian ladies?
No.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
My apologies.
That's my face.
I'm working on these guys right here, trying to finish up the battle wagon. And yeah.
Hey, we got a newcomer. How's it going, Rich?
I am well. That's very much it. I am well. Today was a day.
Like many before and many will be after.
Yes.
You know, we already have an Eeyore, so you don't have to act like an Eeyore.
I'm not acting like an Eeyore. Today was just a day. I don't know what to tell you.
Right. Okay. Hey, so how you doing, Quiz? I think I missed the intro.
Yeah, I think you did too.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But you know, you have the cool theme song, and it's a good start for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I wasn't aware that this was the nerd stream. Well, why is it a nerd stream? This kind of...
Mainly because I mainly talk about tabletop stuff rather than trying to get all political. Because that'll bring people down. I don't really want to bring people down.
Except for heretics, Xenos, mutants, and traitors.
Well, yes, they can burn.
Brother, get the flamethrower.
The heavy flamer.
I saw that meme, dude. It was probably because you liked it or retweeted it or something.
I think it was Shady that put it
Oh,
up
Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
on the Twitter.
Yes. The good old information highway Twitter.
So yeah, I learned a couple of things while playing my orcs this weekend. I actually played a game with my orcs. It's kind of fun. And the major thing is that there's a one command point upgrade that you can give the battle wagon, and there is never a time where you are not going to pay that tax if you're taking a battle wagon.
Wait, did you try did you use the battle wagons that you painted recently?
Oh yeah. All the army that I've been painting here recently, I actually went and took it and played a game with it.
Very nice.
It was fun. I say it's a weird army, something I still need to kind of learn. Orcs need to be a little bit cagier with their command points, because just using them early and often, it's not always going to be the best idea. But I played to the mission and had a top of turn 4 concession. Nearly tabled my opponent, so meaning annihilated his entire army, and I was the only one that had any minis left on the table. And yeah, Eeyore, you've mentioned before how the reason why you don't like the orcs so much is because of their shitty shooting. I barely assaulted anything, and what really sucked about it is that when I got into close combat, I was hoping I would do more damage than I was going to. Like, I lost my Death Killer Wartrike to a Hellbrute.
Hold on, wait. Would you play a game for keeps?
What do you mean?
Like,
Oh,
if
Jesus.
you lost a unit, then it's gone forever?
No. The whole point of this game is that, you know, they're your minis. You've been, you know, painting them, and you hold on to them.
No, yeah, I get that, but just it's kind of a
Fun fact, do not pull out an arrow. You will bleed to death.
yeah.
Just leave it in.
Or stick a thumb in it.
I don't know, man. That sounds kind of like a Kanakistan type of solution.
Actually, it's a Kentucky solution.
Kentuckistans.
Oh. Am I the only person here that follows firearms YouTube?
I occasionally watch some stuff from Firearms YouTube, like Demolition Ranch and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Wait, who is it?
Kentucky Ballistics, a overpressured slap fit round, and a RM50.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He just got out of the hospital after a month.
Cool. But,
Shoulder dislocation or something?
If only. 3 breaks to the eye socket bone,
Holy shit.
broken nose, serrated jugular,
Wow.
deflated lung, and broken index finger. He had to stick his thumb in the hole in his throat.
God damn. What were the circumstances that the bullet came back at him?
No, the 50 BMG is typically for 55,000 PSI.
Mm-hmm.
The slap round he fired had to peak at around 90,000 PSI. According to the manufacturer of the gun, to cause the failure that happened. Basically,
So
the entire lockup system yeeted itself at his face.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, the gun exploded in his face. Okay, got it. Got it. My dad did something similar. He overfilled a 357 round with too much powder and blew up the gun. He said the major thing that happened, he was fine, other than being shaken. The barrel of the gun was embedded in the ceiling above him.
Yeah. He's lucky it didn't come back at him.
Yeah, he is. He's very, very lucky. I told him so, too. I'm like, that's why you are a lot more precise when it comes to reloading your own ammunition.
Yeah, you can be off by 20, 30 grains, but you're risking it, especially with reused brass.
Oh, yeah.
now that's an issue with crafting your own ammunition, right?
Yeah.
The issue with Inquisitor's father, yes. Kentucky Ballistics was using some old ammo. The powder just reacted so fast. Lockup couldn't hold it.
Okay, so the Kentucky ammo is aged type of thing, right? It's like a reaction to just the powder sitting there for a while.
Yeah.
Long while.
So, some old ammo will do that.
Yeah, it's like people have the fears of the old World War I potato masher grenades just going off,
popping off. Yeah, I say also all the mines, the unrecovered mines that are just littering the European countryside.
With 2 or 3 dozen more found every year.
Yeah.
Just think about it. You're enjoying that nice hillside and vineyards.
I got an achievement for losing my head too many times.
No. How's that an achievement?
I have no idea. I guess that's just an achievement for getting your head chopped off.
To joke around, Buddy figured out what happened when he overcharges his plasma.
So, Richatart.
Yeah?
I saw on the old Discord there that you said you had wanted to chat with us on a stream.
Yeah?
Why is that?
Because I've been watching you guys since I was still in high school.
Hey, for real?
Yeah, we've been going for what? God, now it's been 5 years, right? We've done the Minions thing for 5 years?
Yeah.
I think it would be 5 on the dot come August.
Yeah, it might be.
Dude, I'm gonna get an ice cream cake on our anniversary. If it's 5 years, yeah, dude, I'm getting ice cream cake. Where do you even get I don't know. But
Dairy Queen.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I still remember making fan art of you guys. Well, some of you guys.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, he's one of the guys who remembers the OG days.
Well, yeah, that's,
Pretty much.
Yeah, the very beginning stuff, yeah.
It was... I actually still miss Saturday Night Quiplash.
Sometimes it would get a little overplayed. We had a lot of inside jokes and stuff, and you can't keep that going forever. You don't want to kill the momentum and kill the meme. So
yeah, that's why I understood that it had to end.
Yeah. There's nothing to say we can't, go and do a Quiplash episode every now and then. I have the game. I think Hazed has the game. So several minions have the game. We could always do it.
Hey, I want to try an Among Us because it's on the Switch and it says that the Switch is
cross-platform.
Yeah, cross-platform. So I want to try it out.
Oh yeah. They're all. I've even played a couple of games of Among Us on my tablet and phone. Yeah, it's all cross-platform. It's really kind of cool. I think Rejekt said that she wants to do Among Us every last Friday of every month.
Oh man, and then you have to wear like shoes just on your left foot, and then it's just she makes these barriers.
Barrier to entry.
I'm kidding, Rejekt.
He's totally
Okay.
not. He's totally not Rejekt.
I'm not. That's suspect. Uh-oh.
Because I think the first rule of the minions should be do not piss off the boss duck.
Well, yeah, but I like to place my hand in the fire sometimes. So
He lives life on the edge. This guy.
yeah, this guy.
As for the minis, I just handled a move, so I haven't been able to get too much done on them recently.
Oh, okay. You're not at the at your parents' place anymore?
No, I moved into a student and collegiate residence.
Okay, cool.
That's the main reason why my budget's really tight.
Yeah.
Nearly all the money I get went into getting this place.
Gotcha.
Fortunately, I have tax stuff and that other little bit of pay coming in a couple of days.
Well, that's good. That's good. So at least you're not completely out.
No. But of course, the minis are right on hold until I have a full belly.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Jeez.
So I've got so many things to paint right now, so it's not really all that conducive for me to go and buy anymore right now.
Yes.
Everyone calls it their pile of shame. I actually don't have that big of a pile of shame by way of comparison. Everyone keeps on talking about the fact that they've got bare plastic and unpainted. A lot of my stuff is at the very least started.
Yeah, as far as completely on stars stuff, Knight 2, Lehman Russes, and my Marines. Everything else at least has something on it.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, do you have a lot of unpainted figures?
I do. I have a lot more unfinished than I do finished. But none that are just bare plastic.
Well, hold on. Unpainted in the degree that you're not able to use them.
Well, no, you can use them
Aren't
even if they're unpainted.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because aren't you like you're supposed to have like 2 or 3 tone on them or something like that?
Well, that's for tournament standards.
Oh,
But
okay. No.
if you're talking tournaments, the major thing for tournaments and thing that you want to do is you want them fully painted, because if they're fully painted, that's an extra 10 victory points at the end of the game.
Well, I mean, I'd also say for clubbed.
Well, yeah, and completion's sake, I personally, I want to have my minis painted. That's one of the whole goals of this game, right? Is to paint your minis.
Hey, Atlanta remembers Sherman's forces, so let's remember this. Presentation is important. Sorry, I was just watching Civil War documentary.
Speaking of, there's actually a Civil War mini war game that I kind of want to get eventually.
shit. I'm too lazy to look it up. But damn, yeah, there was somebody had posted a image of his minifigs of Belisarius's troops, and I'm sitting like, damn it, it's crazy that I could just see Belisarius's fucking portrait, and I immediately know who he is. That's kind of lame. It's fucking. I gotta go out more, right?
Nah, it's perfectly fine.
I'll beg your pardon, but which Belisarius are you referring to?
The last great Roman general.
Ah,
There's a character in the Warhammer 40k game called Belisarius Call.
Okay.
I believe you mispronounced it. It's actually pronounced Belisarius Mary Sue.
That's fine. He has multiple bodies. He can die and come back.
No, I'm not talking about the 40k history.
Yes.
I'm talking about the Byzantine. So.
Don't tell me there's Roman miniatures.
There are.
Yeah, and that's the thing, dude.
From the same company that makes the Civil War ones that I was thinking about getting.
Yeah,
Same
And
scale, or
Oh yeah, it's all 32 mil.
Is that the standard for these? Because
yeah.
again, I've seen them I've seen, even like
Well,
Napoleon.
God damn it.
Yeah, there's 32 mil, which is the standard. That's what 40k is. Then there's 28 mil, which is slightly smaller. Those are going to be more like D&D minis. And then you have 10 millimeter, where the troops stand a centimeter tall, and that is for extreme, like, fine detail miniatures games based around things like World War II. There's one for that called Flames of War. But no, the one that I'm referring to in terms of both the Civil War and the Roman one is called, or it's from a company called Warlord Games. The one for Roman is called Hail Caesar, and the one for Civil War is called Black Powder.
I've seen a lot of the Hail Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know that's just a guardsman's converter's wet dream.
Oh yeah. I say a lot of those the 32. Yeah, it's funny too because the CEO of Warlord Games actually was one of the guys who was the head of GW for a very long time.
Oh, sweet.
Dude, see,
Yeah.
this is the same kind of thing that I've been hearing about, like with Blizzard, and how a lot of their initial startup people are all leaving now. Like it's just weird. It's weird seeing the end of a generation, I guess you could say.
Well, it's funny. I actually do follow some of that stuff quite heavily, and I like to support the guys when they make a something that I really enjoy. One of my favorites that has been here recently is the creator of BattleTech and Shadowrun. The company was named FASA, but the CEO and head creative for those games was a guy named Jordan Weissman. And he created a new gaming company called Harebrained Schemes. And all of the games that they've been putting out are based off of those old FASA titles. Like, they made a BattleTech game, they made 3 Shadowrun games, and all of them are great, and they live up to the expectations of someone who has played the tabletops.
See, it's like it's when you see people who have worked in the industry and then they branch off and then they don't go with the high end mega corp type of
AAA
industry
stuff. Yeah.
yeah and they there's the game developer Grumps. He's working on a like a mech type of action adventure game, and he said it best, dude. If you're not interested in the game development industry, don't go into the game development industry.
Well, yeah.
You need to be passionate about whatever you're working on. First and foremost, and that goes with anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Like if you don't like vehicles, why would you go work at a garage? That's if you're not passionate about crafting games, just stay out of the industry.
But Adam, we need more female representation. Doesn't matter if you don't want to make games. If you have a vagina, they need you in the video game development industry.
To that I will respond. Look at this year's May the 4th poster.
May the 4th.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Star Wars thing?
Haven't you noticed on this year's May the 4th poster there is nothing from the sequels?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
That's funny.
Didn't they catch some flack for that?
Some Twitter webbags can whinge and whine all they want. Get Kathleen Kennedy out there already.
But
Wait,
I'm
no.
still trying to. I'm
okay,
still trying to.
I think I know what you're referring to. It wasn't the poster from like an official Star Wars thing, per se.
No, it was the
Well-
Disney released poster.
Yeah, but it wasn't for May the 4th. It was because they were celebrating May the 4th by giving away deals for the video games. And the only video game that has any of the sequel characters in it is Battlefront 2, I think. All of the other video games that they're offering have none of the sequel characters in it.
Yeah, because Jedi Academy is on sale on the Switch, and it has online. You should pick it up. It's a fun game.
Maybe.
I kind of want to get the pod racing game too, because it was kind of fun.
I have it on the N64 if you want to play it.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. But see, it's all about.
And the Dreamcast, by the way.
It was about the controls though, wasn't it? Because didn't you have because it was an arcade game, right? And then it had the the weirdo twin stick control for it. So I
don't think so.
I wasn't interested at all. I just remembered that they had them at the arcade system. So
I played that game several times in Best Buy whenever I go,
oh, shit.
because they had it on preview for the N64. And like I said, I have it. It's the sort of things like I know the game is kind of garbage, just like the movie it's based on, but
Anakin.
Hey, you leave the prequels alone. They're not that bad.
The prequels are terrible too. The only good Star Wars are the original trilogy.
Okay, Puritan.
Yes.
Hey, I will agree. if it's like, hey, you want to watch Star Wars? Yeah, I'll watch the original trilogy. You might have to twist my arm to go and watch the prequel. The sequels? Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard sell.
Yes. The only theater-ready media release since Disney's acquisition worthy of even being watched is Rogue One. That's it.
That's what I've heard, but I still haven't seen it.
That one and what about the Solo Han Solo movie?
You mean Therm Scissor Punch? Is that your favorite character?
Nah, I forget I even mentioned it.
Therm Scissor Punch.
Yeah, even me who treats a lot of Star Wars material with kids' gloves has to say that the Solo anthology, if you want the true definitive everything that's currently canon with Solo, okay, there you go, but don't expect much.
I'm not gonna see that movie because I've heard it's pretty garbage, and everything I've seen from it, like previews and everything like that, it doesn't seem like a movie that will appeal to me. So I'll pass, dog. I'm good.
I've tried to balance its bad reviews with the Rian Johnson rage that would followed episode 8. Because both were a factor.
Yeah. I'm not going to say they weren't, but at the same time, dude, I've been in a pretty comfortable spot writing off Star Wars in its entirety after the garbage fest that was Phantom Menace. And I see no reason to change my position.
At the very least, give Revenge of the Sith a try.
I'll watch Backstroke of the West. Do not want. For those who don't know, Backstroke of the West is a version of Revenge of the Sith that is translated from English to Cantonese to Korean to Filipino, back to Mandarin, and then back to English.
Oh, so it's even worse than the Family Guy parody.
It's a game of South Pacific telephone, and it's great because that's where we have a lot of memes. I'm sure some people may be aware of the meme "Do Not Want." That's where you post a reaction image of someone like shocked or afraid or something like that, and with the text "Do Not Want." Well, that's from Backstroke of the West, where the infamous Darth Vader scene where he comes up and no, that scene. Well, that was translated in Backstroke of the West to "Do Not Want."
I'll tell you one thing about that scene. Redubbed with James Earl Jones is better than whatever they did originally.
Well, I think the whatever they did originally is perfectly fine because it perfectly captures the tone of the prequels.
Oh, shush. The prequels are okay.
They are garbage.
The material surrounding them goes a long way to redeeming them.
Yeah. I'm good, dog. I saw Phantom Menace.
Yeah, you saw one CGI fest as opposed to...
As opposed to 3.
Fair enough. And please note that I'm not even trying to defend Attack of the Clones.
Oh yeah, no, everyone hates Attack of the Clones.
Hey, you know what? I'll stand it. I'll stand the line. You know what? The prequels weren't too bad. Okay?
Yeah, they were.
Nah, they
were.
They had a lot of issues.
They were bad.
Phantom Menace had a lot of hiccups, bumps, rumbles.
They are still watchable. Can we at least give them that?
No, I can't even do that. Sorry, bro. I'm gonna pawn Starsy here. Best I can do is not for me, bro.
Okay, Phantom Menace is barely watchable. Only the last 20 minutes of Attack of the Clones is watchable. And Revenge of the Sith is okay.
Well, you know what? Count me out then, because shit, you know, I wouldn't choose to watch them, but if I'm watching them, I'll watch them.
Yeah, like if you're flipping through and they're on like USA or something, you'll just leave it on, right?
I mean, yeah,
That's not a ringing endorsement of a movie, my man.
But it's not a dismissing of the movie. You know, I'm not gonna. There are movies out there that I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna spend my time.
Episode 8, 9, 7.
Yes, I will. I would not. If it was an option, like, hey, do you want to watch episode 1 or do you want to watch episode fucking 8? Yeah, no. I'll go with Anakin.
Give me Jar Jar.
I'll take Jar Jar.
Do you? Someone asked me, do you want to watch episode 1 or episode 8? I said I'm leaving.
Fair enough.
Prequels or sequels or your life? Oh, my life, please.
Thanks, George Lucas. You see what happens?
I needed the $1 billion for my neck growth. It's gonna be going to college soon. My goiter has gained sentience.
It just makes me worried about hearing that they want to make a new Indiana Jones, you know?
Oh God, yeah, I've heard about that too. No! Harrison Ford has suffered enough.
Okay, I will straight up say it rather simply about the new indie movie. You thought Crystal Skull was bad? I'll show you bad.
Well, that may be the mentality. And again, Harrison Ford has suffered enough. Just let him live out his hateful existence in peace.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Get the fuck out of my house.
That's fucking...
I don't want to make your stupid nerd movies anymore.
Leave him alone. Why are people bothering this poor guy?
You know for a fact that part of the contract stipulation of him coming back for episode 7 was that his character died. You just know it because he's like, I don't want to come back for this stupid shit.
Well, I'm really sure he wanted to kill the character off. That sounds like a fucking Harrison Ford type of thing.
But they offered him a semi truckload full of money to come back for episode 9 because they needed to fucking bookend the shit.
Well,
Episode 9?
Yeah, he's in the last movie.
as a 5-minute cameo.
Yeah.
And for the side, if they were to just pull something from Legends continuity, it would have been viewable. And also tolerable for any of the actors. Not Fisher wishing she was high as she was during the Christmas special. Mark Hamill reportedly crying on multiple occasions during the shooting of episode 8.
Dude.
And for stipulating kill the character.
Have you seen some stills of Carrie Fisher's hand in the Star Wars holiday special?
No.
She has a straight up coke nail, bro. It is awesome. Her thumb, her nail is this far out, and the rest of her hand is regular cut. It's awesome. She wasn't even trying to hide it. It's awesome.
Like I said, those sequel movies made her want to think she was as high as she was in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame her.
It's funny too because I've not seen any of the sequels. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I've not seen any of them.
Good.
Considering your opinions on the prequels, I don't have to say this, but don't touch it with a 50-foot pole.
Well, it pop culture osmosis. I know what happens in all of those movies, and I have not seen a single scene. Well, no, okay. I have seen scenes. I've seen clips. But I have not seen the entire movie uninterrupted. And because of that, though, because of the scenes that I have seen, and because of knowing what happens within the movie, I'm good, dog. I don't need to see it. Why would I willingly put myself through that?
We can agree to disagree on the prequels, but we are 100% aligned here.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's funny about that? Same thing for the prequels for me, too. I saw Phantom Menace. It was the only one I saw. I've constantly recounted my reaction to Phantom Menace. I was sitting there in the theater. I'd just gotten, a couple of months previous, they re-released all of the original trilogy in the theater with the, unfortunately, the shitty CGI George Lucas bullshit. But I got to see those movies in the theater. Okay? So I'm running high on the stairwares right now. I'm all like, hell yeah, and the prequels are gonna be coming out? Fuck yeah, man. It's a great time to like Star Wars. I go to see Phantom Menace. I sit in the chair, and the movie starts. And I keep thinking to myself, it's gotta get better. It's gotta get better. It's got to get better. Roll credits.
I say the rose-tinted glasses really put your expectations a bit too high for it.
Hey, I'm just expecting Star Wars at this point. Because I watched the original trilogy. Hell yeah, I was running high off of the original trilogy. Why shouldn't I expect the original trilogy from fucking Phantom Menace? But what did I get? Hot, goiter, garbage.
You got what the Star Wars mythos had evolved in the nearly 20 interceding years of the expanded universe.
Meh.
And I'm not even going to argue for the generational divide. That shouldn't be a thing, because that's also an argument that the sequels can use.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Well, hold on, because this is like this is weird because I'm on the opposite end. I kind of like seeing how everything went from one to how we got to the original trilogy, and I agree. There's a lot of BS in there that didn't need to be seen. You know, like we don't need to see a lot of this bullshit. But I don't know. I mean, but then again, I'm that goofy person that'll sit there and listen to the random politics of like the Havarti in the fucking, you know, the 500s. You know, like
So you were perfectly fine with the trade negotiations of two.
Well, yes, it's filler that makes sense to me because it's like, oh, okay, so that's why, you know, they're adding bullshit. I don't need to know it. I don't know why I want to know it, but I'm accepting it.
The separatist movement actually had a lot of good social commentary, even for today. The disaffected local government who intentionally caused the corruption and the slog.
Yep.
The International Banking Clan, the Techno Union, and the Commerce Guilds.
Have you heard of Dr. Plagueis?
Adam.
Let me tell you about this whole other.
And the midichlorians.
Adam.
You see, I feel we've spoken about this
in the EU continuity, the midichlorians were a thing for 20 years prior to Phantom Menace.
That's dumb. It's a dumb idea in any format, whether it be in book or movie.
Okay. You don't like the idea of psychoreactive cells within the body?
I don't like the fact that they were trying to do a pseudoscience explanation for something that's supposed to be spiritual. That in all other aspects, in every other sense of the idea, it was supposed to be an allegory for faith and spirituality, now has a scientific explanation.
Component.
No explanation. It was dumb. It's a dumb idea. It's a dumb addition to the story. It was not a good idea.
Are you just referring? Are you just coming from just the information of what Qui-Gon says in Phantom Menace and a few run-off lines in Attack of the Clones?
Yes.
Then you are missing a lot of the picture.
It doesn't matter to me.
But he only saw Phantom Menace. He didn't.
Like I said, pop culture osmosis, I've seen clips and know of the content of all the other ones.
Well, even if you saw the movies, it still doesn't make sense. I mean, to be honest, like the whole midichlorian thing was bullshit on the offset. Like, let's just be realistic. That's stupid as shit. It made more sense. It would have made more sense for it to be like a faith-based thing to have and then Anakin, not only could he pilot a fucking pod racer, not only is he he can pilot a starship that he's never lived on a planet of sand, but also he built C-3PO. So let's again, it's more believable if it's just like a random, like, oh my god, you're chunk full of this faith type force stuff, as opposed to like, nah, yeah, you got a lot of this midichlorians in your blood. Could happen anywhere, but it's gonna work for you.
And I don't take this whole thing lightly either. That's the major criticism I have of the game Parasite Eve. Because Parasite Eve does the exact same thing.
Play Parasite Eve, so this is not my bag, man.
I say Parasite Eve otherwise is actually a fairly good and fun game, but its explanation for the paranormal shit happening in it, like ghosts and stuff, is midichlorians. So your DNA is connected to the universe.
The fuck?
See, no, it's more Sumerian, not Babylonian. Big difference.
So stupid. It was the dumbest shit in the world. But yes, if I'm criticizing it for fucking Parasite Eve, gotta do it for Star Wars. Parasite Eve doesn't even have fucking Jar Jar Binks.
Do you think there's an equivalent to this in like J.R.R. Tolkien or
You mean like midichlorians and shit?
which are not? Yeah, like is there like an equivalent to like
to use the broadest possible definition of something like midichlorians? Sorta.
like it's like, does Gandalf have midichlorians?
Does Gandalf
Not
have
in the way.
Everyone has midichlorians, Adam.
Not in the same way as Star Wars explains it, but yes.
Just like that little kid with the broom at the end of the sequels, like he's in fucking shit. What's it called? Oh damn it! Oh wow, Adam, you don't recall the name? Breakin' 2, Boogaloo. Yeah, do 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 do, dancing with the broom. It happened in the sequels. Okay, just watch the sequels. I'm sure somebody has watched the sequels.
For what, Star Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars, the sequel. There's a kid at the end, and he's like,
Yeah, and he does some little bit of space magic out of nowhere.
yeah, and he like draws a broom, and all of a sudden, do 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 do.
So, is that the explanation then for the reason why Rey seems like such a Mary Sue, and it's given
Nope.
license because of the whole midichlorians thing?
Nope.
About being able to know starships and stuff like that, because Anakin never piloted a starship, and
Nah, Rey's just perfect. There's no explanation. She's Rey.
Hold on, actually, now that I think about it, I think Anakin, they explained the reason he was able to do pod racing was because he can sense the future. I think
What?
it was.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
That's
it had like an ability to sense the future, but they never mention it again. Like,
no. A limited foresight is okay. I'll use a societal example. Everyone knows how to walk and basically how to chew.
to what?
Among force sensitives, a limited amount of foresight is very, very common. To such an extent that it barely needs to be said. Unless you're looking months into the future. And there were scenes regarding that.
so he was looking months into the future without any training.
Well,
No.
with this,
Anakin was Anakin untrained was only able to look 3-4 seconds.
But how?
lightsaber battles. Would this be a reason why he was a bit better at fighting with a lightsaber?
The limited passive foresight allows for effectively better reflexes.
What? Hold on. Why am I asking Donkey here? Who are you, sir?
Because I'm the resident expanded universe expert on this panel.
Yes.
You have studied. You have studied years at the Jedi Academy.
I say I way more expert than I am. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know nothing, so I'm gonna take. Hey, when somebody asks me, where did you learn it? I fucking learned it from Donkey. Oh fuck, you learned it?
I learned it from Donkey. I learned it from Donkey. All right.
From Socrates. Oh, from Socrates.
I was going for the I learned it from you, Dad.
Learned it from
PSA.
you.
Learned it from watching you.
Oh man. But yeah, as you were saying, Eeyore.
As I was saying, what?
I don't know. You were explaining something about midichlorians and how he could.
I'm leaving that for the most part alone.
So you know what's funny about that though? I'm just gonna put this out here right now, right? The explanation for midichlorians giving like skills and stuff like that to people just by virtue of being in their body, that's the explanation for how the orcs get their powers. So in the Star Wars universe, is everyone an orc?
Wait, what?
In Warhammer
Orcs
40k, orcs have built into their DNA ingrained knowledge and skills based around what the tribe needs to flourish and function. So like if they need a medic, a pain boy will be born and assume that role. And he comes, he's born with all relevant knowledge and skills in his mind to begin with. It's in his DNA, literally.
Quiz, what you described, though not serious enough to be easily identifiable, with one exception, is sort of how the living force works.
So everyone in Star Wars is an orc. Got it.
Like I said, it's unproven except for that one example.
I'm taking that as canon right now. So is that why lightsabers work? Because they think it should?
In the new canon, yes.
That's fine.
In the new canon, the crystals actually resonate with the force ability of the wielder.
That's funny. So yes, all of Star Wars is about orcs. About 40k orcs. Everyone is a 40k orc. Makes so much more sense now.
It also explains why they're always at war.
Yeah.
Gotta get that Wog energy out somehow.
Right? Gonna Wog.
Oh, it's all making sense.
And unfortunately, there's no Eldar to stop the Wogs.
No, because the Eldar are in Star Trek. They're just called Vulcans over there.
Vulcans and Romulans.
Well, the Romulans are obviously Dark Eldar.
Yes. With their whole... Okay, I'm not going to turn this into a Star Trek stream.
Why? I don't care. I actually kind of like Star Trek. Whereas everything else, like all of the content, with the exception of obviously STD and Picard, with all of the content that Star Trek has, I find that there's far more enjoyable stuff in Trek than there is in Wars.
I'll agree to disagree. Okay. I'll put this as a perfect mathematical equation. You say that there are... I'll be semi-charitable to Rogue One and say 8.5 bad movies.
Yes. Versus only 3 good.
3.5. I'm being nice to Rogue One.
Sure.
There were 4 or 5 series in the 80s I don't know much about.
What are you talking about?
Droids, Ewoks, yada yada yada.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The animated stuff, yeah.
The Clone Wars miniseries.
Which I've actually watched part of, because it used to come on, like, while I was, like, doing something else, watching or playing Diablo or World of Warcraft and stuff like that. I'd leave it on, and every single time I would look at the screen, I would just sit there and think to myself, what the fuck is going on, and why do I care?
Are you referring to the miniseries or the full series?
Both.
Okay, half a point each. Oh, wait. 4 good series. Half a point for Enterprise. No. 5 good movies. 1 okay and 6 bad.
I'm in the minority. I actually don't hate any of the Star Trek movies. I even like Generations, which is a common one for some people to hate. But I thought I thought Malcolm McDowell was actually a pretty good villain in that, and I wasn't bothered by the send-off they gave Kirk.
I've always heard Nemesis is the most hated Star Trek movie.
Oh, really? I was gonna say, you obviously don't watch Red Letter Media. Mike Stoklasa loathes Generations, and I disagree. Respectfully disagree.
A lot of people that were around to see the original series, like I said, rose-tinted glasses really, really hurt Generations.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard stories of the actor of the villain in that movie,
Malcolm McDowell,
getting a lot of death threats over it.
Oh yeah, I'm fairly certain. Malcolm McDowell, he's like, it's so strange because he's always really good at whatever he does. But whatever he does is always as a really, really bad guy. I mean, hell, he was, the Alex in fucking Clockwork Orange.
Oh, that guy.
Rapist and murderer? Yeah. Kind of an unredeemable character.
And I just finished doing the math in my head. Due to Star Trek being 10 years older and having a much more active screen presence, mathematically it's the better series.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, there's far more enjoyable content for Trek to me than there is Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give passes to things like Picard and fucking Discovery, though. Those things are garbage and need to be told that they are garbage.
Yeah, and even in my math, I was being cruel to Enterprise by giving only half points.
Oh yeah, no. Like, here's the thing, right? I've never watched Enterprise, and like I said, I'm not a really big Trekkie at all either. I like Star Trek, but I'm not. I'm not religious about it. I don't own any of the DVDs or Blu-rays. I don't religiously watch Star Trek and sorts of shit like that. I just, meh. If I see it on, I'll keep it on. I like Star Trek good enough. But the only episode of Star Trek Enterprise that I've ever watched was the Mirror Mirror episode. And that was really, really good. I especially loved the opening for it, because Star Trek Enterprise, all of the other opening intro for it, it's all like hopeful and like showing all of these clips of people going around and like being like doing exploration and stuff like that. Really cool. And then the Mirror Mirror episode, it's all war footage. It's great.
You're referring to the Mirror Universe two-parter in season 4.
Mm-hmm. Only Star Trek Enterprise episode I've watched.
Yeah, that's considered a highlight of the series.
Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, I've never really watched all that much Deep Space Nine either. But I have watched the Deep Space Nine episode where they go back in time into the Triples episode.
Oh, that's just a love letter to the original series.
Oh yeah, it was great. I especially love the when they highlight the incongruity between original series Klingons and Next Generation Klingons.
We do not speak of it.
It's great. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, I'll say that like I can sit there and say, you know, positives for Star Trek all day. I can't really say too much positives about Star Wars anymore.
Fair. Mostly because Kathleen Kennedy snipped any wind out of the acquisition by Disney and what Filoni was doing. Fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy.
Isn't Filoni gonna be the head of like a lot of new Star Wars content though?
Him or Favreau are currently working on about half of what's been announced for new Star Wars.
Okay.
Including Mando, Bad Batch, the Boba Fett series, Ahsoka, and Rangers of the New Republic.
You know, it's funny. My roommate really likes Star Wars, and he played the Mamorpager for a while, the Old Republic MMO, and he had me watch some of the cutscenes for that video game, right? This is like a little bit before the sequel came out, the first sequel came out, and I said to him while I was watching those, I'm like, this is a better prequel than the prequels.
Yes. This is why people want Kathleen Kennedy out before she starts her Acolyte series. Because it's reported to be an Old Republic anthology series.
Well, I've been saying for a long time, the major problem I have with the prequels is that they don't look and feel, in terms of aesthetic, like they take place in the same universe as Star Wars, as the original series.
Well, the 3 years of the Clone Wars and the Imperial reorganization, not to mention the decade that follows that between episode 3 and 4, were some of the most tumultuous times in the Star Wars timeline.
I'm just saying, aesthetically speaking, it doesn't even look like Star Wars. What's already been established as Star Wars. So because of that, I'm just like, you're already losing me with Jar Jar Binks and the really shitty script. Also making it not even look like Star Wars. No, I'm good.
If grungy original trilogy grittiness is your Star Wars, avoid Old Republic stuff entirely.
Well, the video game at least looked like old grungy, dirty Star Wars.
Yeah, mostly because SWTOR really understood what the older fans wanted.
Yeah.
But a lot of the New Republic Old Republic is sort of a lost glory day, especially in Legends continuity, because after the Clone Wars and the Imperial reorganization, whoever's having mic lead, please.
Is it me? Might be me. Sorry. I'm getting a little bit closer to my microphone because I'm leaning in closer.
No worries.
Is it still
A little bit.
I turned down the sensitivity. God damn. Let me turn down the sensitivity even more. Or turn up the sensitivity. Where is it? Voice and video. There we go.
Thank you. Now, as I was saying, a lot of the Old Republic is that lost civilization, like lost Rome, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the Legends continuity, after the Clone Wars and the Imperial reorganization, no real central government in a Legends continuity, and even to an extent in canon, was able to even approach the glories of the Old Republic. Literally none in either continuity. The New Republic got close in both, but in one they got huge involved, and in the other, Starkiller based. So if you're into that Lost Rome aesthetic with a Star Wars paint job, okay. But a lot of people are worried that the Old Republic they love from SWTOR, and I think KOTOR also is in the same era, will be ruined by Kathleen Kennedy. This is largely why people want to see Acolytes delayed until September.
Because they think that Kathleen Kennedy is going to be out in September?
Her current contract ends in September.
So
it's either written. It's unconfirmed, but at that point, it's either renew, renegotiate, or pack your desk, Kathleen. And she has to talk to Iger, Mouse Ears himself.
Ah, is he the one that rescinded Walt Disney's original decree that special needs children would be able to get into Disney World for free?
That's more Disney history than any of this stuff that I'm into.
I'm just saying that was one of the things that when control of the company went to non-Disney hands, non-Walt Disney hands, that was the first thing that happened. Was they rescinded a Walt Disney decree that special needs children and their families would have admission into the Walt Disney parks, the Disney parks, for free. They immediately rescinded that as soon as they got power. Nope, retards need to pay too. So, I don't know. I don't know, I guess it's a little cathartic to see all of Disney's endeavors just circling the drain with knowing their history and how they do business.
Oh, I 100% agree. This is why I want people like Favreau, Filoni, and other people in other areas of the Disney network to take over from, well, mostly the SJWs and the Kathleen Kennedy camp and the Marvel camp.
Yeah, and I say Marvel is doing their best to ruin things as well.
Yes.
I can't wait for America Chavez. I need me American I need an America Chavez movie. I don't think you guys know how much I need.
Before that, we still have to look forward to Miss Marvel.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be in what? The Eternals movie?
That, and she's getting her own TV show or movie. I forgot.
You know, see, that's
the Disney Plus show.
I will come right out and say it. Kamala Khan, believe it or not, you guys have heard me talk about comics and shit like that. Kamala Khan, not a bad character. She has potential. You can make good stories with Kamala Khan.
I saw a picture.
You can, but they don't.
Yeah, because the thing about Kamala Khan is that they're using her as a talking platform. They're using her to make lectures. She's not a character. She never was.
I saw an image of her in her costume, and they're talking about it. Was this from a TV show? Or
I think it's going to be a TV show, yeah.
That costume looks like ass.
It looks like the comic book, which makes it look like ass.
Okay, so it wasn't from the Squaresoft game, right?
No. that's real life, Adam.
Okay, well, yeah, nowadays you can't be too sure.
True.
Sometimes you gotta ask, like
that Squaresoft game is also ass.
Yes, sir.
That was a pretty awful fucking game.
Oh, geez.
To continue beating on Marvel, we also have to look forward to the Ironheart TV show.
Oh, yes!
Oh, God.
Good old Riri.
Good old still shit Riri. I love that.
Honestly, there hasn't been a good Marvel product since Endgame. And even then, they botched the ending, in my opinion.
I've not even watched Endgame. I jumped ship at Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2.
Fair enough.
Did you really?
Yep.
Endgame, I don't know. I get why people like Endgame, but that it fucks everything off.
What's that, Adam?
Well, I'm just saying, like, at least to you know what? Hold on, I'm contradicting myself because I would say at least to watch it, but yeah, I'm still not gonna watch the last Star Wars movie. Or am I gonna watch Solo? Okay, so haha, checkmate.
See,
Okay.
now you're coming around to my way of thinking, Adam. See? Do you see? I say I've got a 2 strike and you're out policy. Marvel, its first strike was Age of Ultron. That movie was garbage, and it was a waste of James Spader. I mean, it's essentially an over-glorified fucking origin story for the Vision, one of the lamest superheroes ever devised.
And they didn't even use him in the movie. Like, he was in the last 2 seconds.
Yeah,
I get that, but at the same end, it was a fun. I honestly, like, with my main contention with the MCU universe is this Iron Man jerk off contest. He didn't need to be 100% the reason my shit was going through. That was they could have played it down, and it would have been nice to see Ultron be made by Hank Pym in the comics, but what else?
yeah.
Wait, who's Hank again?
Ant-Man.
Oh yeah, but he's not smart here though.
No, they completely replaced Pym.
It's even in his visual appearance, that's Ultron looked like that because he's supposed to look like an ant or some bullshit.
Mm-hmm. He's got the big old mandibles and stuff.
Yeah, it was. I think. I mean, maybe Tony Stark helped with it, but no, yeah, it was a Hank Pym thing. It was just weird seeing I mean, I get the whole like Tony Stark saw Thanos destroying the world, and you know he was succumbing to this type of nonsense. But I think they played it a little too thick in Age of Ultron. I think they could have lightened it up a little bit.
Also, Ultron should have been more terrifying instead of just funny.
Well,
See, that's the thing, man. Like I said, the reason why I say that they wasted James Spader. This is the first time I think we've seen James Spader and Robert Downey Jr. in the same movie since Less Than Zero. I wanted that interaction.
and
What, them just playing perfectly off one another?
Yes.
but that's the thing. Like it was a good play, but it wasn't a best play. Like,
Well,
they could have worked it better.
I disagree, but I hated that movie. Like I said, that was my first strike. My second strike was exactly for the same reason as the first strike: the criminal fucking wasting of Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Like that was criminal.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty good.
I would have to agree. He was. They should have just used. Who was it? David Duchovny or what's his not? Who did he imagine his father to be?
I don't know.
To circle it back around to what Rich said about Ultron, yeah, in the comics, I believe, at least in one continuity, because bleh.
Multiverse, yeah.
Isn't he at least in one continuity responsible for wiping the entire team?
Yes. Because he's a super genius AI that can basically make multiple versions of himself.
Yeah, he's like a hive mind AI, yeah.
Yeah. So he should be like extreme, and he's trying to save the world basically, but he's doing it in the like worst, most inefficient way for an AI.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. In his mind, it makes sense. He's gonna restart the world with his own AI type of human hybrid type of thing. But the ego.
Yeah, he shouldn't have an ego. Why does he have an ego? He's a fucking AI.
No. Ego from Guardians
the
of
living
Galaxy 2.
planet.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. He was he's a celestial. So he's somebody who's beyond the beyonders. You know? He even explains it himself as best as he could, I guess. Is he just was there. And his best recollection is just the spread. And yeah, dude. Fucking
Well, guys, we've been going for a while. I think it's about time we call it for the night. I gotta see about trying to get some sleep. I got some errands to run tomorrow. So, yeah, we've been your Minions of the Zoo. Thank y'all for coming out. Be sure to watch tomorrow where Skep Tock is the host. And yeah, the zoo's closed. Take care, everyone.
nighty night.
Night. Fuckers.
Bye.